Talkers, of course, are known for being very opinionated, so let's find out what some of the people here thought about tonight's show. What's your review?
Oh, we loved it. It was great. They always do things that we want to do but don't have the nerve to do. It was great.
What about the bomb?
Not the bomb.
Not the bomb, just the rest of it. Okay, how about another one?
It was great. It was hysterical.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, God, I don't...
What about Allison coming in on the wedding?
That was great.
Yeah?
But I wish
Or Jake falling off the scaffolding?
or Joe getting beat.
Joe getting beaten up. All right. Who's got a really strong opinion? Here's one with a really strong opinion.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have 2 words for this show. Psycho love. I think that Kimberly is a paranoid, schizophrenic, maladjusted social misfit who totally needs help.
Now, a lot of people were cheering every time there was a twist, every time a little cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Which one did you cheer for the most?
Matt. Oh, poor Matt. Yes.
Poor Matt getting framed for murder. Anyway, we're going to be back here. We're going to be in the bar all night, Kathleen. So back to you in Los Angeles for now.
Greg, thanks. Poor Matt. We're going to check back with you later, but Melrose parties are happening all over the country, and we want to hear from all of them, all of you. So take a minute out from the party, give us a call. You know, there were 4 really big events tonight on Melrose Place. The first was Billy and Brooke's wedding. Boy, it went by a flash, too, huh? The second was when Matt was arrested for the murder of his lover's wife. The third involved Jake and Jess plunging off that construction site toward almost certain death. I mean, come on, give me a break. How can you survive that? And the fourth was the biggie with Kimberly and the bombs. Now, I want to hear what you think about these dramatic developments. And right now, I understand we have a call on the phone. Julie, you're calling from New York City. What did you think about the big finale?
I'm really disappointed in the show.
Oh, really? Tell me why.
Well, it's getting so unrealistic.
Was it ever realistic?
No, but this past season's really, I think it's gone over the edge. You know, I don't think I'm going to be watching it anymore.
I mean, you remember camp, though. Remember how Dallas and Dynasty had a lot of camp to it? Do you just, you'd rather have more realism like Roseanne?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
Oh. All right, well, Julie, thanks. Mary, you're on the phone from Syracuse. What did you think of the finale? Hi, Mary. Do you hear me?
Yes.
How are you? What did you think of the finale?
I thought it was phenomenal. It was really surprising.
Good or bad?
Good, but I thought that the bomb at the end was kind of scary. I thought they were going to blow it up.
Do you think they have?
I don't know.
Do you want them to?
No.
You want to keep that old set? I have a feeling this is the reason they just want to get a new set out there. Right, Laura, you're on the phone from Pittsburgh. How are you?
Good.
What did you think of the season finale?
I thought it was really good.
Oh, why'd you like it?
I thought it had a lot of suspense tonight, and it's really going to keep me in suspense all summer.
And what's the storyline that you enjoyed the most?
I was really surprised that Billy married Alice, or didn't marry Allison when she came running in, and the ending with Jake and his brother.
Oh, the Jake ending, more than the bomb ending.
Yeah, the bomb ending I sort of suspected.
Yeah, what do you think of the Dan Cortez character? You want him to survive?
No.
I would like one caller to call us who'd like that character to survive. Thanks, Laura. Eileen from New Jersey, you're on the line. How are you?
Hi, Kathleen. I'm fine.
What did you think of the finale?
I really enjoyed it. I think they pushed the envelope with all the different characters, and the one that I was most interested in, as the previous caller stated, was I could not believe that Billy actually got married.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to leave that as part of the cliffhanger.
How is he going to get divorced from a father-in-law like that?
I don't know. I just can't understand how come they actually let it go that far. I thought that was something that they should have just dragged out.
Oh, do you think that they actually should have had where Allison kind of ran up to the altar and it kind of stopped there, and we never knew?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they should have just left that also as a doubt. Now you see her back drinking, so you know where that's going to lead. And
well, if she survives the bombing.
I don't know if they're going to do that. I really think that that's going to be, something that they're going to be able to take care of. I don't think that they'll blow it up, probably in reference to the Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but, 3 months from now or 5 months from now, it's a long time. And, they have a couple months now until they reshoot. Sharon, you're on the phone. What did you think of the finale?
I thought it was great.
Tell me what you liked.
The main thing I liked was the bomb, but I have a theory about the bomb going off. I don't think it's going to go off. I don't think all 3 of them are going to go off. I think the one in Allison's apartment is going to go off.
Oh, you think selectively it's going to go 1, 2, 3? Well, do you think this is a way that they're kind of getting rid of characters?
Yeah, I do, and I think specifically Courtney Thorne-Smith. I had heard rumors that she wanted to leave the show, so this would be just the perfect opportunity.
Well, we'll have to see. In a moment we return, we're going to be talking to Morgan Brittany, who you saw tonight on the finale of Melrose Place. Her character debuted and wasn't at all pleased with Jane's designs on the new hunk in town. Morgan's going to answer your... I didn't even know it was an age thing. Welcome back to It's Your Call. We're live and we're talking about Melrose Place, and we want to know what you thought about the sensational, highly publicized season finale. And with me right now is the woman right in the middle of it, Morgan Brittany. And we're going to take your questions from Morgan in just a minute, and thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you.
I mean,
Great.
You look like such a baby still, even though I saw you in Dallas. I didn't even get the May-September romance.
Yeah, pretty interesting, huh? I was the new kid on the block on Dallas. You know, I started that show in 1981 as Pam's sister, and I was the young kid coming in, you know.
This is your third big finale, isn't it? I mean, you were involved in two cliffhangers at Dallas.
Yeah, I was.
You killed Bobby.
I'm telling you, I tried to kill that sucker twice, and then it came back as a dream. Yeah, the first time was when he was in JR's office in the chair, and the gunshots in the back of the chair, and Bobby fell out. Ended up being me. And then the second time was in the car accident where I ran him over with a car.
But you didn't actually know. You didn't know at the time.
No. Dallas was a really interesting show because they would shoot 4 endings and no one ever knew who really did it. I mean, I never knew I was the one who ran Bobby over.
But with Melrose, they shot one ending, right?
They shot one ending, but it was, you know, it was so complicated. I've never known Melrose to have so many stunts and special effects. I mean, Kathleen, it was unbelievable what we shot.
But things we didn't see. Grant Show told me that there were bodies flying through the air.
Yes, I mean, Amanda, for one, was like blown out a window down a flight of stairs. There were stunt people for every single one of us there. And it was just an amazing sequence. And I know that that's why the producers, you know, reevaluated the whole thing because of the Oklahoma bombing.
But that film still lives. So in essence, it still could be the first show of the next season, couldn't it?
It could, it could be, I guess. I mean, if they choose to do that, yeah.
Well,
interesting.
So what do you think? Randy, you're on the phone right now from Tallahassee with Morgan.
Hello.
How are you, Randy? Do you have a question for Morgan?
Hi. I just want to say I'm a first-time full viewer of Melrose Place. I'm always working, but my wife told me to take off work tonight to watch the season finale.
Well, you'll love this. You'll love this, Randy. In the next
I'm going to
hour.
quit my nighttime job and start watching it next year.
Well, we have, for all those people who are new to Melrose, we have a who, what, when, where, and how feast coming up within an hour. So we'll set you straight on the last couple of years. Do you have a question for Morgan?
Yeah, my wife, Lisa, actually came up with a question. She said she wants to find out, since you're new on the show, are you going to be competition for Amanda?
There's no telling. You know, at this point, depending on how they ended the show and how they're going to start it next season, I don't know if I'm alive or not. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens.
You haven't started your contract renegotiation yet.
No, and it's interesting. But that character, they just gave you a taste of what Mackenzie could be like, you know, and you can see a little bit of that, you know, competition with Jane, and you can see her vulnerability with Richard. So,
well, I mean, the bomb may not go off, and you could, in essence, really start to devastate the two of them.
Ooh, big trouble,
huh?
big trouble.
Ted, you're on the line from Boston. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you, Kathleen?
Fine, thanks.
Thanks for taking my call.
Do you have a call for Morgan?
Well, I just wanted to compliment her, and she totally threw me from, like, left field. Had no idea that a new femme fatale was going to be coming on the show, and completely loved it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they surprise you all the time. I must say, that's one thing about those Aaron Spelling shows, boy. They throw you curveballs. It's great. It's great.
Craig, you're on the line from Boston. Do you have a call from Morgan?
Hi, Morgan. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hi. Loved your role tonight. I'm a long-time Melrose viewer. In fact, I even write a column for our work newsletter, so I'm very dedicated. And I was just wondering, which of Melrose or Dallas is the nastiest show?
What was that?
Which is the nastier show that you've been on, Melrose or Dallas?
Oh, well, Dallas.
Really?
Dallas, yeah, would have to be. Dallas was, you know, a pretty incredible show. I mean, we used to get the scripts a week ahead of time, and Larry Hagman, I mean, nobody is like Larry Hagman. He was the meanest of the mean, the nastiest of the nasty. And he did it in such a way that people just could not wait to see what JR was going to do next. So I think, boy, it's going to take a lot of nastiness on Melrose, although they're getting there. They're getting there.
Speaking of Dallas, Laney, you're on the line from Dallas, Texas. How are you?
Hi, Kathleen. I'm from Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, you're from I'm sorry.
Hi, Morgan.
Hi.
Hi, I just wanted to ask you, what was it like working with Patrick Muldoon?
Oh, gee. Somebody had to do it, you know. It was great. He was wonderful. And, I mean, what's not to like, huh?
Do you like this May September thing? I didn't get it at first.
Yeah, you know, it really was flattering to me because, you know, I'm supposed to be a lot older than he is. And it was great. I mean, to still be considered a very sexy, kind of attractive woman is great, you know.
Now, you have one little child or
Two.
Two children?
Yeah, two.
Would you let them watch Melrose Place?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
The bottom line. Morgan, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh,
Best of luck
thanks,
to you.
Kathleen. Thanks.
And when we come back, I want to hear more of your thoughts about the cliffhanger. What really grabbed you and made you call a friend and say, hey, you won't believe what they did this time. Share with us your amazement. Call 1-800-347-6277 and get your questions also ready for Jasmine Guy. She's in the house.
That's where I got the idea for it. That's where I got the whole idea for the goatee was Lance Ito. So, you know, because before I did Melrose, of course, I was an unemployed actor, so I had a lot of spare time watching the OJ trial. I said, you know what, that Ito cat, he's got a cool look to him. I'm going with it.
My gosh, you mean he got that from Ito? I hope I don't see him, that character, next year. I can't stand that character. What do you think, huh? Welcome back to It's Your Call. It's a one-hour special dedicated to your opinions about Melrose Place. How dare he beat her up like that? Yasmin Guy is going to be here in just a couple minutes. Lauren from Boston, Massachusetts. Jennifer from Atlanta, Georgia. Leslie from Houston, the great state of Texas. Hi, Leslie.
Hi.
And Jeff, you actually look like Joe. And Jeff, who is in Westport, Connecticut. How are you guys, huh?
Great.
All right. So, Lauren, let me ask with you. You're so knowledgeable. What did you think of tonight's finale? Did it live up to expectations?
Oh, yeah. It was great. It had a lot of cliffhangers, which is always nice, and it's always nice to see Michael and Sydney throw back their one-liners. Those sarcastic one-liners are great.
I mean, the Michael thing, though, come on. I mean, haven't you had enough? Don't you wish, do you like this guy? I mean, do you identify with Michael, Lauren?
No, I don't identify with him. He is really too smug and really evil, but it's hearing those one-liners that he always makes insults everybody's heritage and their lack of trying to figure out what he's trying to do is, I just love watching it.
Jennifer, what did you like tonight?
I guess I like the wedding the best because I really did think that Billy was going to walk away with Allison.
Oh, so you were really surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised that he stayed by Brooke. I thought that, you know, Allison would spill more beans and someone would jump up and, you know, get behind her on her story. And instead, he's stuck with the money. He's no fool.
Go ahead. You can come up with the next line. It's all right. I'm not going to do it. Jennifer, I have to ask you a question, though.
What's that?
Did you find that the backless dresses were kind of tacky for a wedding in Pasadena, California?
Well, you know, being from the South, we just don't get married unless we have parasols over our head or something. No, I thought it was a little cheesy, you know, but you know, what can I say?
I know, but they have great backs, don't they?
Yeah, every bride has her own ideas.
Yeah. In fact, Leslie, you're on the line from Houston. What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great show. There were a lot of surprises in there. I wasn't expecting that thing with Matt being framed. That kind of took me by surprise. And, of course, like everybody else said, the wedding with Billy and Brooke, I really didn't think it was going to go through. I thought Allison was going to run down the aisle at the minute and stop the whole thing. And the bomb, I really thought the bomb was going to go off. Or I thought at least we were going to, you know, hear the bomb go off.
Do you think it will, Leslie? Do you think the bomb will go off?
I think it will go off, and I think it will go off, and I think the people that want off of the show will, of course, be killed in the bombing, and the other ones will remain, and I think it will go off.
Yeah, you get it. Do you think they're trying to get rid of the Matt character?
No, I don't think so. I hope not, because I like Matt. Now, Allison is another story. If they got rid of Allison, I wouldn't have too much of a problem with that. But I don't think they're trying to get rid of Matt.
Whoa. Jeff, you're on the line. How did you feel about tonight's finale?
I thought it was an excellent show. There's a lot of different plot twists, and I thought the new characters were very interesting. I think there's the chance to bring some new blood into the show.
Like Morgan?
Morgan, I think, would be a good competition for Jane.
You like Jack Wagner, too?
Jack Wagner would be an excellent choice, and, you know, put some of the older characters like Kimberly Shaw on the side, Allison.
And so anything else you guys want to do? What else bothered you guys, or what's the things that you like? Let's say if Aaron Spelling was listening tonight, what's the one point you want to make?
I'm with Leslie about getting Allison out of there.
Yeah.
She's completely predictable. She's so predictable. She tipped up that bottle. It was like off the wagon. You knew that was going to happen. So
Oh, but she's the only nice one there. She's not the evil one.
No, she's not nice. As soon as she got Amanda's old position at D&D, up her skirts went up about 6 inches, and she got a mean attitude. So.
All right, well, thanks, guys. We're going to check in with you in just a moment, or in about a half hour, but we're going to go to New York, where Greg Agnew has been partying at the bar, as I should say.
New Zealander accent in New York.
Are there Melrose Mai Tais or something there?
Melrose Mai Tais, that's right. Kathleen, I've got some Melrose experts here, believe it or not. Imagine being a Melrose expert. This is Lisa Schwartzbaum, a writer-at-large with Entertainment Weekly, and also Amy Paulson, senior editor with TV Guide. Now, you guys are the experts. Let's start off with your nice opinionated reviews.
I think we could have had the bomb and it wouldn't have made a difference. I think that actually a TV show like this, why not blow it up? Because everything else goes. But I think considering the fact that they did some fast scrambling at the end, it was a very satisfying end to the season. I think.
Of course, this leaves it open so that they can bring everyone back next year and go, oh, it didn't work.
Yes, they could do that. They could also have had an explosion and still left people flying in the air. And just as Jake and Jess fell off the scaffolding, they could have done that also.
That's
And
right.
Amy, what's your review?
I'd say my snap judgment would be that it started out kind of slow, but it was definitely worth the wait. At that last half hour, they really gave you the big payoff.
Now, you guys have the inside track for next season, so everyone here wants to know, when they're not playing with their faces, exactly what's happening next year. So, come on, give us the scoop.
It's not that much of an inside track. I mean, obviously, it seems likely that Dan Cortez is gone. I'm sorry, Dan, and that terrible beard of his are gone. That bad hair, that bad beard are out. We'll miss the beard. It's likely somebody else is gone, too. It's
So now, the viewers were just saying they want Allison to croak. You think that's going to happen?
I don't think Allison's leaving
I'd like
anytime
Allison to be
soon.
on the bottle for a good long time. I think she's very good when she's on the bottle. It's probably going to be one of the two new characters who showed up tonight, and it would probably be Morgan Brittany, who will be out. Right. But I have to say, one of the things that I am thrilled at is that Matt Fielding finally has something going on in his life. I think the problem has been that his storyline has always been the weakest. And if he's going to be a gay guy in this town, he might as well have really raunchy themes going.
Even if he's... Even if he's a murderer. Thanks a lot. I go back to you, Kathleen. We'll come back to the bar here in New York.
I'm so glad Morgan didn't hear that. When we come back, I'm going to be joined by one of Amanda's worst nightmares this season, Jasmine Guy. She's going to answer some of your Melrose questions. Please call us, 1-800-347-6277. Once again, here's our poll question. Which storylines would you like to see more of next season? We're live and we're taking your calls. Jasmine Guy has been the rich and flighty Whitley on the series A Different World, and she's played opposite Eddie Murphy in Harlem Nights, and most importantly for us, she's got eyeshadow to eyeshadow with Heather Locklear on Melrose Place. Thanks for joining us, Jasmine. How are you?
Hey, my pleasure.
Now, do you know if you're going to be back at all next year?
No, I don't know that.
But it must give you a good indication if Jack Wagner's still around.
Yeah, because I thought they were going to kill him. So he's still alive. That's good. And he was so in love with me. I'm sure he's going to need to see me again. You know how that needing time gets. Let's say, give him till October.
Would you like to be back on the show? Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a ball. First of all, everybody was so nice. I don't have any little, can I say bitchy?
Yeah, oh yeah, this is cable.
Okay, any little bitchy stories for anybody because everybody's so warm. Heather was very accessible and, you know, easy to go over lines with. If I needed anything, the cast and crew, I don't know if it's the comfort of being on a hit show and everything's just running like a well-oiled organ, but it was a great experience.
You don't hate Amanda? I mean, come on, your character's supposed to hate Amanda.
I know. The problem was I wasn't up to date on the show. I hadn't seen it. I didn't know that Amanda was such a bad girl. I thought she was more like Heather. So I was going in swinging kind of lightly because I figured, you know, I don't have to hit too hard.
Well, that's Courtney. Wrong one. That's not Amanda. That's right. Now, we're going to take some calls for you now. Gary from Pittsburgh, you're on the line. How are you?
Oh, thank you. Hi.
This is Jasmine.
Right. Yes, Miss Guy.
Hi, Gary.
Hi. I have a question. First of all, I liked your character on Melrose.
Thank you.
Do you think you're going to be back? Because I think it would be a great addition to the show.
Have you written them and told them that? And they look at the internet, too, they told me. No, I really think it's up to the audience's response on whether or not I'll return. They left it open. I didn't die. I didn't have TB or anything. The last couple of roles I've had, I've just no chance of sequels or anything. But this one, I walk out on my 2 feet. I could come back. I've got a couple of storylines in my head if they want to know.
Such as?
Well, I think I should have this sister from the ghetto that finds me and wants to live with me and live off my riches that I've acquired from being with rich man after rich man. I have a diamond ring to show for each acquisition, and I want to hide her, and Heather uses her to get back at me.
Oh, we like that.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, we like that.
I could get my sister a gig, too.
Your real sister?
Yeah, Monica.
Well, Monica's on the phone from Boston, but I don't think no relation. Hi,
Really?
Monica.
Hi, how you doing?
Spooky.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Jasmine. we were just wondering, actually, you came strong head-to-head with Amanda. We were just wondering how you'd get your revenge on her if you came back.
Oh, if I were to come back?
Yes.
I think I'm still after that job. I think Caitlin is the kind of progressive woman that wants her riches acquired by herself. She doesn't want to just live off of these men. So I think I'd go after that job again.
What do you think Amanda's Achilles heel is?
Ooh, she's a drug addict. No, I'm just kidding.
Felicia, you're on the phone from New Jersey. How are you? Hi, Felicia.
Oh, hi.
I probably scared her, yeah.
Jasmine, if you do go back on the show next year, of all the guys on the show, which do you think would be the one male character you'd want to have develop some storylines with?
For Caitlin?
I'm sorry?
Is that what she said?
Mhm.
Okay. Other than Jack, I thought Andrew Shue would make a good little catch, like a little young chickie.
Yeah, but he's married now.
He is?
Yeah, he got married tonight in the finale.
On the show or in real life?
That's right. You know, on the show.
Because I know everybody's confusing these people. I'm always like, for real? Oh, on the show. Hello, it's a TV show.
Yeah, we didn't let her see it. We're in Los Angeles.
Amanda got married. On the show or in real life? That's Heather, baby. No, I didn't know Andrew got married on the show. Blows that idea.
Is that true that Grant Shue and Laura Layton are getting married?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, I'm just wondering. Since we're talking
She
about that.
guys run it back.
Amy, you're on the line from Virginia. How are you?
Hi. Fine.
Hi.
Do you have a question for Jasmine?
Oh, no, I just want to giggle.
No. So, if you could pick anybody, you know, I know this you were to ask a question, but, besides Billy, I mean, now that you know he's married, who would you pick?
Okay, he was in the last scene that I did. He had very dark hair. Italian guy. He's cute, too.
Oh, Michael?
Yeah.
Oh.
No?
You can do better than that. We'll come up with somebody.
Oh, my goodness. These guys are rough.
Jasmine, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, my
Really appreciate it.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Have fun tonight.
Thanks. And good luck on your next project.
Thank you.
When It's Your Call continues, we're going to talk to the managing editor of Soap Opera Digest. She is an expert on Melrose. In fact, she also got to be an extra at tonight's wedding. Aren't you jealous? So get your pencils and papers ready, because we're also going to take a little pop quiz on Melrose trivia. You get to see how you did. Stay with us.
People are actually doing that because we really get along. I mean, we really do. I think that my sense is that people want Heather to be mean, and they want there to be a lot of infighting and anger, and there's not. I mean, we really, We laugh a lot. We're professional. I think that we've all been around working long enough to appreciate what we have.
And they want Allison to be more than just a drunk. Welcome back to It's Your Call, our 60-minute special dedicated to Melrose Place. And I have with me in the studio Roberta Kaplow. She's the managing editor of Soap Opera Digest. She knows all about real-life cast members on Melrose Place. She's ready to take your calls about the drama, the romance of the drama within the romance within the drama. And she also was in the season finale. At least you were in the wedding party, sitting somewhere in that group. It lasted only like 5 minutes. That was the fastest wedding I've ever been to. It was even faster than mine, which lasted 4 minutes.
Well, I don't know about that, Kathleen.
What did you make of the wedding scene, though? Did you think it was pretty? I mean, should it have been different? Should it have been more glamorous?
Well, you know, I have to tell you that I have not seen the show because, of course, we're here in Los Angeles. But as far as the taping went, it seemed like a real, you know, typical wedding as far as the care that was taken with the bride and the groom. It was really quite wonderful. What are we looking at?
Come on, Ravi. What do you think of the dress?
I think her dress was fabulous. And I want to tell you, you know what Kristen Davis told me, who plays Brooke, that she was not wearing any underwear because the dress was so incredibly low cut in the back. So, there you go.
Was Heather wearing an underwear?
Well, you know what? I didn't check, to tell you the truth.
Well, come on, you're here to scoop. You're here to get the scoop. Why don't we take some calls right now? LaToya, you're on the phone from North Carolina. Do you have any calls for Robbie? LaToya, hi.
Yes. I was just wondering, you know, it's not, my question is about Melrose. I was wondering why, you know, I was just wondering if the remote control to the bomb was in their possession and Kimberly was out cold for a couple of seconds, why didn't, you know, Michael just take it, you know?
I know. Isn't that, I know. I couldn't even believe it. It looked like she didn't even have it in her hand and come back. But, well, let me ask you, do you think that she blows it up? Nope, we lost you, LaToya. Melissa. Melissa, hi, you're on the phone from New York City. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Do you have a
I
question?
think you should be on Melrose.
How nice.
That's right.
Imagine what you could do.
That's right. They have not seen a bitch twirl her legs yet. Melissa, do you have a question for us?
I do. I want to ask a question about Matt. We want to know why, as always, he's a token gay guy. Why do they finally give him a storyline and he has to be like
Robbie, what's the deal?
man?
Well, you know what? I happen to think it's certainly a step in the right direction that they have a gay character on Melrose at all. You know, I think that for those of us who live in urban places like Los Angeles and New York, we're very used to this part of our lives. But, you know, for many of the people who live in the Midwest and just all over America, you know, having a gay character is still may just take some getting used to. And I think that's why you see them approach the whole storyline with the character of Matt very carefully.
I mean, they don't show any kissing. I mean, you know, they're pretty, you know, it's always an allusion to something. I mean, they treat it pretty well. Is that as good as you can get now? I thought it was racier when Aaron Spelling did Dynasty.
Yeah, well, I think that things are really improving little by little, but, you know, progress happens in inches sometimes, and I think that's exactly what you're seeing in terms of Matt.
Frankie, you're on the line from Miami Beach. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Tallahassee.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, you can still get through if you're from Tallahassee, you know. You don't have to code it to us.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. What's your question?
Well, I was wondering, I have a theory about Allison, how they can bring her up. Everybody wants to dog her down and hate her, but that's because they made her weak. What they need to do is they need to bring Jasmine Guy's character back on as Caitlin. You know that Caitlin was an alcoholic. So they need to bring Caitlin back on to help Allison. If they make her strong like Kimberly and Michael, all these bad people, Amanda, who everybody seems to love, they can get her the respect, and she can go and take Brooke down because she shamefully came on the show and destroyed everything. It's just not right. Why do all the bad people have to win?
Yeah, but don't you think that Brooke's going to take herself down and Allison doesn't have to do anything?
No, see, that's the problem. They need to let her do something. They need to let her kick some butt, and then she can get some respect. And then she doesn't even need Billy. She can go from there. She can be bigger than Amanda, and the rest of bigger than them all, really. If they just take some time instead of trying to make her cry or get back on the bottle. Everybody has a little backbone, and they need to give her some so she can go from there.
You know, Roberta, a lot of times these scenarios that come up in the end is because they're contract problems.
Yeah.
Who has a contract problem? Who signed their contract and who hasn't?
I think that most of the people who are on the show currently are going to come back. You know, Melrose Place is a great gig. I mean, you know, Heather Locklear signed on. She's, you know, unbelievably popular, and, you know, I think they've got a good thing coming when she's part of the package.
Well, she's no David Caruso. I mean, she's gotten it from day one.
Right.
She always understood when she had a hit and stayed with it.
Yes, I mean, and I also think that, you know, Heather did very well at certain times, and then she, you know, she went through a period like many actors do, and she's, like, smart enough to know that Melrose Place is an incredibly good gig, and it's great exposure for her.
So tell me about Laura Leighton. Is she getting married?
Well, you
I'm
know,
saying that very quietly, because am I supposed to ask this question? Then I'm kind of, is she getting married?
Well, you know, she's been going out with Grant Show for a long time. And in fact, you know, when I interviewed her, we used to, one thing that I'll never forget she said to me, we were talking about, like, meeting decent men, and she said, well, I meet lots of men, but, you know, it's really hard to find a good one. So, you know, she's been going out with Grant Show practically ever since she landed on the show. There have been reports that they've broken up, but my sources are telling me that they are definitely still together. As far as an engagement goes, they're not saying
I just flew with them on the plane like 10 days ago, or 2 weeks ago. They're very happy.
Yes, absolutely.
Any other dish?
Let's see. Well, you know, there has been talk. Patrick Muldoon is playing the...
Mackenzie Hart, or it's
Richard Hart. He's playing Morgan Brittany's, you know, husband on the show. And the rumor was that he was going out with Tori Spelling, who, of course, is Aaron Spelling's daughter, and is on 90210. And Tori is a Big Days of Our Lives fan, which is the show that Patrick used to be on before he joined Melrose Place. Apparently, there are nothing to the rumors, even, you know, despite what people are saying. Patrick's agent is saying, no, they're just friends. They are working on a movie of the week together, but, you know, quash that one right into the ground.
Roberta, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was fun.
You didn't catch the bouquet, did you? See?
Well, not yet.
You never know. When we come back, we're going to test your IQ, Melrose style. Hi, Mom. Look what I'm doing on Monday night. I have no life. How much do you know about this amazing phenomenon called Melrose Place? Well, we're going to find out if you're a real, authentic Melrosian or just a wannabe. But first, here's a disclaimer. If you do really well on this test, don't go around bragging to your friends who don't watch the show, and I speak from personal experience because the standard response is, get a life. But they're just really jealous, aren't they? Anyway, here's the quiz. Question number 1. What is the address of the apartment complex at Melrose Place? If you said 4616 Melrose Place, give yourself a point. Okay, next. Melrose Place is set in trendy Los Angeles, but where is the show really shot? Andrew Shue has our answer.
So this is the Melrose set here in beautiful Santa Clarita.
Question 3. She plays the devilish Sydney Andrews, but her real name is Laura Leighton. Or is it? What is Laura Leighton's given name? Score another point if you knew that Laura Leighton grew up as little Laura Miller. Question 4. Josie Bissett has 7 brothers and sisters. True or false? One of them is actress Jacqueline Bissett. No points if you said true. Josie and Jacqueline are not related. Question 5. Which of these actors has not appeared on Melrose Place? Hardy Boy Parker Stevenson, The Perfect 10 Bo Derek, supermodel Kathy Ireland. Real Melrose Place fans should know that Bo Derek has never appeared on the show, at least not yet. All right, question 6. Heather Locklear slips into some of the show's sexiest outfits. What size dress does Heather wear? Are you ready for this? Heather Locklear reportedly still wears a size 3. Okay, here's a tough one. Shooters is the bar that Jake owns, but the exterior is a real-life Melrose hangout. What is the name of the bar that doubles as Shooters? Is it Musso and Frank's, Lacombe, or Fellini's? Laura Leighton has our answer.
Fellini's Restaurant. On the show, it doubles as Shooters.
Here's another one for the fashion fans. How much does the show spend on wardrobe per episode? $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. It costs more than $10,000 per episode to keep the guys and gals of Melrose Place looking their best. Question 9. On the show, Joe lives on one side of Sydney. Who lives on the other side? Laura Leighton explains our trick question.
Up there? That's an empty apartment. You don't know who lives there.
And our last question. What does the welcome mat outside Jake's apartment say? Give yourself a point and a pat on the back if you knew the welcome mat actually says, go away.
John Henson lives in that apartment. He told me. He just got it. So how'd you do? Here's how to analyze the results. If you didn't get any right, you probably just arrived in this country. If you correctly answered 1 to 4 questions, you're a well-rounded individual, but you probably need to seek a little bit more excitement. If you got 5 to 7 correct answers, you're probably the life of the party. You can talk Melrose, but you've also heard of William Shakespeare and Mother Teresa and Judge Ito. And for those of you who got 8 or 9 right, you're obviously geniuses and should move to Los Angeles and join my research staff. Now, if you got all 10 questions right, then yes, get a life. If you made a perfect score, you should probably watch a little less television, but don't stop watching yet. We're going to go back to Manhattan, where Greg Agnew's standing by at a Melrose Monday party, and we have our poll results for you all coming up.
I'm actually propping up the bar. Now, early on tonight.
Coming up at 11, it's an entire hour with the most unpredictable, outrageous Howard Stern. At midnight, John Henson serves up a bowl of talk soup. And at 12:30, it's E! News Daily. Making your nights enjoyable, it's E!
All right, time to see how you voted in the Melrose Place poll. The questions: which storylines do you like to see more of next season? 13% want to see more of Amanda. 51% want Allison to get back with Billy. 15 voted for Michael and Sidney getting closer. 11% picked the permanent return of Jack Wagner. Hello. And 20% voted for Kimberly to wreak more havoc. Well, personally, you know which one I voted for. And thanks for calling in and all your votes. Let's go to Greg in New York. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Kathleen. Brian's very upset that he couldn't light. This is the explosion you didn't see on Melrose Place. Come on, Brian. Yay! Mondays in New York. Kathleen, back to you, if you can hear me.
What are these people going to do for the rest of the summer? Reruns? They just won't be the same. Oh, it'll get your mom caught up to speed at least. I want to thank you all for joining us. With a special thanks to Jennifer, Leslie, Lauren, Jeff, the Melrose 4. Are you there? Thanks all for calling us. And don't forget, it's okay to watch Melrose Place, but don't act like that at home. If you do, you might wind up on Talk Soup with John Henson. And I'll see you tomorrow with our regular O.J. Simpson live trial coverage, gavel to gavel. And stay tuned, because if it's happening in entertainment, it's happening here on E! Thanks for joining us, everybody.